Joe Schmidt insists a Tour Series win over Australia isn't key to Ireland's World Cup hopes, stability is. When England won the 2003 World Cup, their successful Southern Hemisphere tour just 4 months earlier was seen as a vital step towards their coronation as world champions. Clive Woodward's side beat New Zealand and Australia, and afterwards it was said that when they returned from that two-test trip they were as closely knit as a club team. Schmidt flew down under yesterday with a very strong Ireland squad that will provide the core group, minus injured skipper Rory Best travelling to Japan for the World Cup in 15 months. But Schmidt stresses that it's not so much wins over the Wallabies that will help the men in green progress towards a best-ever World Cup showing. Rather, it's the opportunity provided to add further experience and depth to a talent pool that he has grown since the injury-blighted end to the last World Cup. "You can be destabilized so quickly," said the Ireland Supremo, who referred to Ireland's injury nightmare against France in the last pool game of those finals that deprived him of vital players for the quarter-final loss to Argentina. "You lose enough players at the top level, key players, you can always be destabilized." Tommy Bowie went down injured during Ireland's game with Argentina. Image, copyright INPHO, Billy Sticklin. The key thing for Clive was they won in 2003, but they kept that side together, and that side went through to the World Cup later in the year and did a great job. "We've lost Rory and there's a few things we put in place that revolve around Rory because he has a certain amount of gravitas in the group. You feel a little bit destabilized as a result, but that's only one guy, even though it's late in the day. But what a fantastic opportunity for Niall Scannell. That's the way we'd look at it. Whatever happens in Australia, we can get growth out of it. It's that someone gets shown that they need to learn and understand more, that's a good investment. We only get 12 shots at this a year and the last 12 have gone particularly well results-wise. You'd love that to continue. But there's a greater goal in mind. It wouldn't be often I'd say that, but at the same time what's right in front of our nose will be incredibly tough. Once we land there, that greater goal goes out the window. It'll be all about what we can achieve." Ireland's opener against Michael Cheika's Wallabies takes place in Brisbane next Saturday, the first of 3 tests between the sides. The visitors arrive today as Grand Slam champions, and on the back of a 12-match winning run that stretches back to March of last year. Ireland head coach Joe Schmidt. Image, Paul Harding, PA Wire. "We want to make sure this tour is another building block," emphasized Schmidt. "We're going to have a big target on our forehead in the Six Nations next year, and then beyond that, the World Cup. We don't have too many options to trial things between now and then. This will be an opportunity to do that. It's going to be incredibly tough, and that's when you find out about players in those situations. How do they cope? What growth can we get out this tour, to ensure that we're on a slightly stronger footing when it comes to playing Italy in Chicago, in November. They're the only team since we beat them in Chicago to have beaten the All Blacks. That's a feather in their cap. Their ability to turn defense into attack, to attack through multiple phases at real tempo with athletes that are very difficult to contain. You need to be numbered up incredibly well. So with all those challenges, there's real excitement at trying to make sure we can foot it with some of what they deliver. If you haven't already, be sure to like our Irish Mirror Sport and Irish Mirror GAA pages on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.